All right, so today is an odd topic. I want to talk about menus inside of macOS, searching inside of these menus. For example, here in Finder, if I want to hide the sidebar here, I could poke around through the menus and I could try to find where this is at. Or I can come up to the help menu here and I could type in sidebar and I can search down to the menu item. I can arrow down to it and then invoke it. So the help menu is a nice way to find a menu item without needing to poke around the menus. And then one improvement over pointing your mouse at the help menu and then typing in the search box here. If you open up preferences, come down to the keyboard section, underneath keyboard shortcuts, underneath of app shortcuts, under all applications. Now, I can't remember if this is the default or not, but I have a key bound here, shift command and forward slash, which is basically command question mark. You can see that opens up the help menu. And from here, I can just type right into this menu. In this case, I'm in settings though, so I've got different options. So if I close that now, and I'll close out of the settings now that I've shown you where that's at. Back over in Finder, command question mark, and then I could put in sidebar. So that's another way to activate the little help menu. However, not every application has a help menu. For example, got an app here, Smart Synchronize. You can see it only has a file menu. And of course, it has its primary menu as well. So in this case, I can't even get to the help menu. Regardless if I use the keyboard shortcut, it'll do nothing. So in that case, I use a different application, and that application is called Paletro. I can invoke it with Shift Command and P. That's the key binding I set up for it. I don't know what the default was. So same thing, now I can search through this, for example, for sidebar and Finder to bring that back. Shift Command P again, put in sidebar, and now I can hide it. So Shift Command P goes through all the menus you have in your application, grabs all the entries, and it makes them searchable. For example, if I do sidebar again, you can even see down below show sidebar, it says view. So that's in the view menu. So if I wanted to find it up here, I could do that. And then there's show sidebar. When it comes to Paletro 2, there's a few settings you might want to be aware of. So command and comma will open up the settings here. And then I can open up the preferences for Paletro. Inside of here, there's a command palette tab. You can change the hotkey here. And then down below, there are rules for what to do. And in the case of VS Code, as well as PyCharm and other IDEs, I typically disable Paletro. That way, when I'm inside of VS Code, Shift Command P opens up the command palette that's built into VS Code. And I don't really need Paletro in this case because the command palette already has everything inside of it. So yeah, Paletro is something I highly recommend. I've had it installed for years now. I find it to be incredibly helpful because I hate dealing with menus inside of applications. And I hate especially trying to use my mouse to navigate these.